What up, though? I'm Tia Graham, and this is Container on the Metro. Container is a Detroit-built residency supporting musicians, fashion designers, fine artists, and culinary entrepreneurs. WDET is partnering with Container to explore what it takes for these creatives to succeed in the city.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Nerd. I am the lead designer and founder of House of Both Rows, and this is Container on the Metro.
Brittany Epps, aka Nerd, may not be from Detroit, but they have adopted Detroit's signature proclivity of dressing well, no matter what they're doing or where they're going. Nerd, a self-described creative technologist from North Carolina, is the brains behind House of Both Rows. During the day, Nerd is a software engineer, but after hours, they are building a fashion house with sustainability at its foundation. Alongside creative director Mickey Evans and chief operating officer Lachelle McClaster, Nerd is designing and crafting luxury garments. They want to expand the concept of a fashion house, molding it into a community effort through education, storytelling, and collaborations. I began the conversation by asking Nerd where the name House of Both Rows came from.
Both rows came from the realization that, so I deal with anxiety, definitely social anxiety, which I feel like probably all of us have some degree. But definitely, so kind of just really introverted and stuff when I'm out, unless I know you, then you see a completely different Nerd. But I had braces as a kid. I didn't wear them retainers after the fact. And so my bottom row doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So I curated my smile to hide it for the most part, except my friends realized when I was experiencing pure joy, pure happiness, then you would see both rows of my teeth. And so really with mental health being such a major part just of my life in general, especially after college and into adulthood. And so, both rows literally comes from that, I call it a concept of happy. So it's not about being happy all the time. It's about understanding and building toolkits so that you can get back to that as you navigate through the other emotions we go through, during this journey. So that's how both rows came to be.
When we talk about the materials and the different things that you all are using, this is a sustainable fashion house. What does that mean?
Yeah, so everything I create comes from something else. We always talk about building legacy, not landfills. So trying to find different ways. Now I'm in the space of working with people hey, what do you have in your closet that you no longer wear but you still like? Let's make it into something else that you're going to wear now. Let's give it the second life. So it's about intentionally making things so not only sustainable in the fabrics that I use and stuff, but also just in the thought process of I want to structure this so that you can pass this down. I want to create classic. I always love to work in classic silhouettes, button-up shirts and pants, because those things just never go out of style.
What you all are doing is also art.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you decide, okay, these are clothes that people could wear every single day?
Because I hate women's pockets. This all stemmed from a hate from women's pockets.
Yes.
They're so purposeless. And the reason they're so purposeless is so misogynistic. It's hilarious. For a good little minute, you couldn't, as a woman, you couldn't get your own credit card without a man signing. And so it feels like they gave us these tight, super tight, small pockets, because they're what you gonna put in your pocket anyway? You don't need to put nothing in your pocket. We need to see what you got. You don't put nothing in. It's just very wrong. And so my hate of women's pockets is one of the main reasons I design. I can go on a whole rant. And so just really and I'm also very much a person where I don't carry bags. And so I like to have my stuff on me, but it needs to be comfortable. It needs to make sense. And it needs to not interrupt my outfit. And I think that's when I started getting into wearable, functional, focusing on that. So I'm can I have an outfit on and I still have everything on me without needing something extra? And so I just kind of want to give other people that ability. I don't love crossbodies and stuff like that. If it's a hand thing, I'm probably going to leave it somewhere because now I got to keep up with it. It's a whole thing. So I've been trying to make life easier for myself. And in that kind of found the path that I'm looking to actively be in when it comes to designing.
That path has led Nerd to create their own studio at the Russell Industrial Center in Detroit. Celebrating 100 years in 2026, The Russell is a converted auto body factory that now hosts what they call the largest art community in the Midwest, with over 100 plus artists in working spaces. I entered the giant structure, navigated a maze of concrete hallways, and finally reached the front door to Nerd's workshop. So where are we right now?
Yep. So welcome to the Ether Detroit.
The Ether.
This is a community space, creative community space. AR, my creative studio mate who runs Rogues Gallery. And I started a little bit over a year ago now. It was about March of 2025, I think, when we got the keys. And so a space that we've been building out heavily. She has a storytelling agency. Of course, I have the fashion house, and then we have a lot of different activities, very Black, queer, creative space where we look to push, what the boundaries are. So
when people experience House of Both Rows, what feeling do you hope they leave with?
Feels so cliche, but just happy. Like, for real, like, I love it when people try on my clothes and you can kind of just see like their spirits and everything just lift. Like, they're looking in the mirror and they're like, yeah, like that's it right there. So like those type of moments make me feel so good. Like, yeah, you'll be in shows and you'll have models, and models are doing their job. Like, they're doing what they're set to do, right? Regardless of the brand and stuff. But when you get models and they put the clothes on and they're like, no, I can't wait to walk down the runway with this. I'm like, it's just a different type of ownership and modeling and walking for the brand. And like, I just want people to feel that almost in like an everyday life. Like, I mean, I personally believe everything is your runway. And so just very, very into like, if it's in the street, I don't care if it's a dress, it's whatever. If you walk down the street in it, it's streetwear. And so just people feeling the happiness of like being like, yo, I put that shit on. That's what I'm excited about every time I make a piece.
So let's talk a little bit about the economics and labor behind ethical clothing, because you are a lot of the laborer and
don't be in this for money. Keep going. I'm sorry, but don't be in this for money, bro.
And that is literally the question.
Yeah.
Where do you see the economic gains or the lanes that you can be sustainable for yourself? Of course, I'm talking about financial sustainability, but then also maintaining an eco-friendly business.
Yeah, for sure. Well, my prices are high. There's no sugarcoating it. Mm-hmm. These are one-of-one things that are handmade. And so I've had to like have a come to whoever moment, because they have to be that in order for me to at least be able to like function on like a regular basis. And this is still in a space of like not really making a lot with the brand, but like really, really looking towards doing so. And so like we have some interns coming in.
Nice.
But then one of the bigger things is like, it's not just a fashion brand, it's a fashion house. Mm-hmm. And so that's where we pull in community education and things like that, to kind of build and scale things that are a little bit less manual labor. And probably more like thought process, really building our partnerships, as well as our offerings.
House of Both Rows has partnered with Wayne State University and Michigan Central, offering workshops to young people, from economics and design to creating a brand. Participants can explore the different avenues into the industry. Before I left, Nerd showed me a few pieces they're working on for pioneering Detroit DJ Stacey Hot Wax Hale.
I'm so excited for designing for her. I am doing probably about 2 or 3 looks for her for next week, for the weekend, for a couple of different events she has. But yeah, so just I went to watch her DJ specifically to like pay attention to like how she moves and stuff like that, because like that's a big part of my clothing is functionality. So I'm like creating some pieces that will allow for some flow, because she moves. I want that to be seen, but then also being very cautious of like how wide I'm going with like my sleeves, how long they're going to be, just so that they don't get caught on anything as she is going back and forth.
Hello.
Hi, Stacey. Stacey Hot Wax Hale is the godmother of house. She is credited with being the first female DJ to play house music on Detroit's airwaves in the 1980s. And she continues to light up dance floors around the globe. House of Both Rows designed custom, upcycled outfits for her 2026 Movement Festival performances. I caught up with Stacey to talk about collaborating with Nerd and the role fashion plays in her work. Music is life for you. How important are clothes, though, especially when you're performing?
They're very important. I have to be comfortable. I have to be able to jump up and down, stretch, move around. I have to be able to dance. I like dancing as well as playing the music.
How would you describe Nerd's design and their style? I mean, what would you say, especially now seeing the outfit that you had? How would you describe that style?
I would describe it organic, comfortable, eye-catching, deliberate, and fun.
Now, Stacey, what were your first thoughts when you saw your custom upcycled outfits from Nerd?
Oh, I thought I was the shit. I walked around proudly with it. It was great. They took care of every detail. They used a blouse that I had in the closet that I hadn't seen in I don't know how long. And for them to take that and merge that into, custom wear, like that fun wear for in the club, for out playing. Yep, they just brought my attention to that. I had no clue how to do that at all.
And post Nerd, post working with House of Both Rows, how do you now view fashion?
Totally different. It really has changed my mind. I literally went back in that closet that I hadn't been in years and grabbed a top out of there, going like, okay. And it just helped me. And I'm anxious and want to work with them always. And they have to be the ones that guide me and take care of me.
House of Both Rows wants to guide people to a better relationship with what they wear, turning forgotten clothes into garments that can last for generations. In 2025 and 2026, Nerd's work was featured in Detroit Women of Design, CreatorCon 2025, and 313 Day Spirit of Detroit Fashion Showcase. During the showcase, House of Both Rows presented a new collection featuring garments made of discarded Pistons jerseys. Even with all this exposure, I asked Nerd what they hope to gain from the container residency.
Definitely more connections. I think there is a lot of money floating around Detroit, especially right now. New mayor in, very progressive mayor. Of course, we all know like everything like Dan Gilbert's stuff is done to put into the city. A lot of grants and stuff floating around. I can't remember the Michigan Business Commerce or whatever. I can't remember. Anyways, like Black Tech Saturdays, like there's just a lot going on. And so like I'm definitely looking for like some strategic partnerships in the city, especially thinking about longevity, thinking about what do I need at this moment in this stage of my business to make sure I really utilize this time with Container. And then, I mean, the biggest thing, which I think is always from a business, is just access. Like what can I now, what doors can you open for me that I would have taken me a little bit longer? So yeah, I'm super excited for this year.
So we're going to get a little bit more personal, but what does fashion mean to you personally? What has it meant to you personally? And when we talk about just creative outlets and being able to be yourself and represent yourself with your clothing, what does fashion mean to you?
Man, everything, honestly. Like fashion's been like a lifesaver for me. Even when like I didn't know ways to communicate things, I felt like I could do so with fashion. I let it introduce me in a lot of ways when I enter rooms. And it's been pretty fruitful in that way. Like it's worked out pretty well. And so yeah, it has been a part just of my evolution, even in like almost every other space of my life too. Definitely like my evolution with my sexuality has kind of been through fashion. Feeling like having moments in the closet and stuff, like crying, like just not enjoying what I had as options, but not understanding what I wanted either. And then finally, getting some more like unisex clothing. Jerry Lorenzo came through, essentials and stuff, some off-white stuff with Virgil. And it's like, okay, now I'm understanding a little bit more. Like that's what I'm trying to go for. And not necessarily like always, and I also hate that clothes have like genders. They're gender specific because like that's stupid. Like we all need pants. Like all of us need pants. In different styles too. Like what the heck? And so like just being like, okay, feeling more comfortable shopping from like both sides of the aisle, and then just like I don't know, just continuously evolving from that. Fashion has really been like a transport of sorts of like me navigating life and understanding myself better.
You can keep up with Nerd at nerdstar_101 and House of Both Rows at Show Both Rows on Instagram and Threads, and online at showbothrows.com. Container on the Metro is brought to you by WDET in collaboration with the Love Building with support from Gilbert Family Foundation. This series is produced by Connor Anderson, Jose Yanis, and me, Tia Graham. Original music is done by Sam Bobian. Our audio editing is done by Connor Anderson, and our executive producer is David Lyons. To hear new episodes, subscribe to Container on the Metro's podcast feed on all podcast platforms. Learn more at wdet.org/container.